Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I am going to show you the cards that were made with the Close to My Heart Craft with Heart subscription box. In my prior video, I did an unboxing of everything that comes in the card kit, and now I want to show you all of the beautiful cards that you can make with that kit and actually assemble to in real time. So this is card number 1, which I think is just such an adorable, cute little card. What I did was pop up the flower and actually kind of folded the flower leaves or petals so that they can pop up and it can be a little 3-dimensional, but not 2-dimensional and bulky for if you were going to mail this. This is card number 2. I think this is an adorable, cute, simple card. Card number 3, this one's really bright and cheery. I did pop up a few of the flowers and then did leave that white one lower. This is card number 4, a nice little thank you card. I think a lot of us can be using thank yous lately. Here is this one, The World Needs More of You. This is a nice clean cut one. This one's a happy birthday. I don't know about you, but the month of May seems to be a very popular month for me for birthdays. So this one will definitely come in handy. This one's probably my favorite. I love this butterfly. It looks like a monarch, but it's pink. I mean, how perfect is that? And the cute little sentiment of with love. Here is the next one, Time to Celebrate You. This one I like the little array of hearts, and you actually do put those on separate, so if you didn't want to put them in this particular pattern, you could glue them anywhere on the card. The next card I'm going to show you is actually a shaker card. This is actually card number 11 because today I will be making card number 9 and 10, but I just love shaker cards and the little shaker element, and the Close to My Heart shaker windows and acetate make it really easy to make a shaker card. And then this one, last but not least, is card number 12, also a shaker card. Again, just love the shaker cards. And this one has the sentiment of you are the greatest. So these are all the cards that are made with the exception of 2 that I will be making. But again, just want to quickly go through them again just so you can see all of the cards that are made. And you are able to make 2 of each of these cards. So the ones I'm actually going to make today are card number 9 and card number 10. So I'm going to show you one where you just add the 3D foam for dimension, and this one is actually assembling a shaker card. Now this one I really like. It is a bright, cheerful, happy birthday card, and to me this would be perfect for a little kid's card. So all the kit actually comes with all of the die cuts printed out and put in a section so you know which card to use, which piece of element to use for which cards. They come on this big sheet all together. So you can see this is for card number 7. This is all for card number 8. And like I was telling you before, you get to punch out all these little hearts and you put them together. And then this one is for card number 9. So what I did was just cut it off for easier assembling. So it's very easy to assemble these cards. They literally just pop out. And I love how easy they are to pop out. You don't have to fuss with them. They pop out. They have clean, crisp lines. Here are the stars, which are pretty small stars. And they just pop right on out. That one's even smaller. There's that guy. And here is the last one. So for these instructions, it says to stamp the sentiment onto this banner piece, which has the fishtail, and then to add the balloons on the string, and then glue down the little stars. So that's what we're going to do. So for the sentiment, what I actually like to do is flip my Versamat over. And if you don't have a Versamat, don't worry at all. I just find that if you do have a Versamat and you use this for stamping, you get a much clearer, crisp stamping. And again, if you don't have a Versamat, don't worry about it. I will show you the other tip that I have for the stamps in the next card. So this one had the sentiment of hip, hip, hooray. And again, here is the stamp set. And I did use them, obviously, for the other cards. So you can see that there is like a black shadow because I did use the black ink. These are not dirty stamps. I cleaned them off with the stamp chamois, which is actually this tool right here, which you can see all the ink gets taken off of the stamps and then put onto the stamp chamois. This is a great tool. All you do is add water and it's easy to clean any of your stamps. So again, we are going to add the hip, hip, hooray. And for these cards, I decided to just keep the sentiments the way that they were and the card layouts the way that they were. And I didn't add anything to the cards yet. Will I add some stuff? Probably. I always like to add a little bling and glitter to most of my cards. So I will probably add some stuff later. But I wanted to show you all the cards assembled the way that they are shown in the instructions. So what I did was put the hip, hip, hooray sentiment right on the block, and this is the block that comes right in the kit. So I'm turning it over and I'm taking the little black ink. This is the same ink that also comes in the kit. And what I like to do with these little inks is actually turn it over and then dab it right on. To me, it's just a lot easier with the little ink pads to do this. If I had the regular size ink pads, I would probably just turn this over and ink right into the ink pad. So there is the sentiment, and I'm just going to make sure I have it in the right orientation, and I'm going to push it down, straight down, add some pressure, and lift straight up. So here is the sentiment. I'll put that to the side. Put the ink to the side too, just to make sure I don't accidentally touch the ink. So here's the card base. And the great part about this kit is, again, you get these shaker windows and foam acetates. And with the shaker window, actually I'll pull out one that I'm going to use for the next shaker card to show you the outline. So if you can see this outline right here, you can see that there is a round circle right there, and that's what you're going to actually use for the window. But these pieces can be used as pop dots, so nothing goes to waste. So I will be using one for each balloon. I'll just take them, put them right on the back. And I am going to assemble the balloons in the order that it shows on the card kit. And again, you can jazz it up or change it a little bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it exactly the way it looks. So the red down here, the more turquoise color, and then the yellow up here. And then this hip, hip, hooray sentiment, I also want that popped up. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take off these little squares and pop them right on the back, spacing them out ever so slightly. Then taking the backing off. And then adhering that right about here. So I want it to be in front of that balloon. And then there were those little stars. So I will take some liquid adhesive. Now the only thing that doesn't come in the kit is the adhesive, and I would advise having both a tape runner and a liquid adhesive to use. But the good thing about, again, with the kit coming with those shaker windows and acetate is you don't need to buy the extra foam adhesive as well. That guy's up there, and that is card number 9 in the card kit. And all you need to do is just fold it over. You can either take a bone folder or your nails like I'm doing, or even this nice Cricut scraper works really well if you're doing that to make it a nice crisp edge for the card. And this bright, cheery, happy card is all ready. On to the next card, which this is the die cut pieces, and then this is the base. So the die cut pieces, again, same thing. you are going to just take them out. This piece you'll want to keep because that goes to the edge of the shaker window. These pieces you pop out, these little either X's or plus signs, I suppose it's how you're looking at them. This piece can be discarded. This is where the sentiment goes. Just pops that out. And then again, popping out all these little pieces. Comes in a variety of colors. And for this card, all of these little pluses or X's are actually going to be used inside of the shaker window. On a few of the other shaker cards, you had stars, and some of the stars were meant to go inside the shaker, and some were meant to go on the outside for decoration. So what I'm going to do is actually push them all into the middle, and then flip these ones that flipped over back. I'm going to show you a little trick about the adhesive window. So what I'm using is actually just a Cricut tool, and this came in my Cricut weeding tool set. So it's just a pokey end. You could use a pin or you could use a pen. You could use all sorts of items, but what I'm going to do is just take it right here on the edge of that circle and then just move it around. That way I'm kind of cutting off the adhesive part that stuck to all those little squares. So when I remove it, I just get that piece. You'll also want to make sure that when you take that off, you do not take off this piece of backing right away. You're going to want to keep that on until the very end. So if you take that nice tool and go all the way around, this comes off perfectly. So what I'm going to do is put it right on the middle. Now this part can get a little tricky, so I am going to move these little inside pieces just to make sure nothing actually sticks. So I'm just going to try to put down the adhesive right at the bottom and just let the circle kind of naturally fall in place. Then I will pick up these little guys and get them back in there. Again, flipping the ones over. Although white would look just as fine with this because there is white, that green, and that teal color right in this card. So, you know, I think I am going to actually flip some over and keep them white because I like the way that looks. So in this card kit as well, you got a bag of silver star confetti. So I'm just going to open it up and pour the silver stars in there. And that may have been way too many, but I actually really like a shaker card that has a lot of shake to it. And since the sentiment is not in the inside of this, it's on the outside, I think having a lot of shaker goodness on the inside is a really good idea. So the next step is to actually take your acetate piece. Now the acetate piece comes with a covering. And if you flip it over, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell on the camera, it is kind of hard, but in person it's really easy to see. One side looks more filmy than the other. So the side that looks filmy actually has the protective coating. So again, I'm going to take that Cricut pick and just pick slightly at a little corner until that piece comes up. Then I'll just take my fingernail and rip that off. So this part can be discarded. And this is the part that you're going to want to put on this piece after you take off that backing. And that is what seals the shaker card. And try to be very careful when you take this piece off. If you rip it off too fast, the little shaker bits could go everywhere, and they could even stick to the inside of this circle. Another tip to use is to use this anti-static pouch. If you put that on top of it and just kind of rub it around, when you lay this on your card, you can wipe off the excess. When you put this onto the card base, what will actually happen is these little stars won't be as staticky. There's a little bit of static, but definitely less than what usually happens. So then you just go around with your finger and kind of sealing it down. And again, I may have put a little too much shaker goodness in here, but I really do like it. So then this is the piece of the circle that you put on the outside of it that kind of covers the glue or the adhesive backing right there. So with some liquid adhesive glue, I'm just going to put a thin line all the way around and add it right to that circle. And I like how it gives you the faux stitched element. The actual dies that make this, along with making shaker cards, if you don't have a kit like this, will actually cut out the little stitches. So it's really cute effect, but this faux effect is just as cute. So the last part is to add the sentiment, and the sentiment is "It's your day." So the one right down here. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. Take the stamp, put it down. I'll take that one off the block. Put this one directly on the block. Flip it over. Take my little ink. Ink it up. And then put it in the middle of this sentiment. Now, if you were to make a boo-boo, this one actually looks pretty good. It looks very clear. If you were to screw up, you can just as easily turn it over, stamp it up again, and restamp it. In fact, I'm going to show you my other trick if you don't have the Versamat. So if you don't have the Versamat, what you can actually use is the backing that the stamps come on. So all the stamps come packaged like this. So take off this piece and never discard it. This is definitely something you're going to want to keep. And then it gives you a little bit of foam cushion for your stamp. So I'm going to do the same thing. I will take this little stamp set and use it over here. Again, you can do this trick if you do not have the Versamat. Down and up. And there you go, perfect stamp. So I'm also going to take these little squares and add a couple. It looks like it's just wide enough. And if it is too big, or if you make it wonky like I did, you can always just take your scissors and cut that part off. No one is going to know. We will take off the backing, get our card back, put it sentiment right there, making sure that it is indeed even. It's not quite even. You can follow the line at the bottom, that green piece right there, that's fishtailed. That way it matches up. And then again, fold it over. Again, using a bone folder or even this Cricut tool or your nails. Even the edge of the block would even work. If you're new at crafting or if you don't have many supplies yet, that block is a very good tool as well. So this is the last card. So this is card number 10. And again, it's got that real fun shaker element to it. So again, card number 10, card number 9. I'll just go over them again. Very cute cards, easy to assemble, excellent variety of stamps for sentiments. You can always change up the sentiments if you didn't like the ones that came on that particular card, or if you find, like this one, if you find someone that you know loves butterflies and it's their birthday, you could easily swap out the happy birthday. In fact, I think that happy birthday font would just be absolutely beautiful with this butterfly. And here are the shakers. So you actually get, just to see the variety of this, there are cards in landscape and portrait, and then there are cards that are shaker elements. So this is the variety of what you get in the pack. And again, you get the opportunity to make 2 of each of these cards. And you can always add a little bit, jazz it up, change some items. You could even change the way the orientation is, this one could easily be put this way as well. So it just all depends on what your imagination wants to do that day. And again, you get these awesome colorful envelopes. So thank you so much for joining me on the tutorial and the walkthrough of the card making kit. I hope you have a great day and you all join me next time. Thanks. Bye.